Hello students, in this video we shall see the two most important questions on capital gain of a income tax subject, and these questions are extracted from uh, question papers of various universities from 2016 to 2021. Hope this video will help you. Let us see the questions of 2 marks on capital gain. First one is, what is capital gain or capital gain means? So there is a typing mistake. What is capital gain or capital gain means? Like this the question would be. So these are the probable questions. What is capital gain? What are capital assets? What are not capital assets? Then what transactions are not treated as a transfer? Let us see one by one. What is capital gain? It is a gain or profit arising from the transfer of capital assets and is taxable under head capital gain in the previous year in which the transaction or transfer took place. I don't want to explain in detail because these questions carries only 2 marks. So you have to write like this. This much is sufficient for 2 marks. Then what are capital assets? Capital assets means property of any kind, movable or immovable, held by an assessee, whether or not related to business or profession. Examples: land, building, plant, machinery, leasehold properties or leasehold rights, goodwill, jewelry, etc. These are all capital assets. Then what are not capital assets? Some assets are not treated as capital assets. Such assets are like this: stock in trade, agriculture land in rural area, personal effects such as vehicle, furniture, utensils held for personal purpose. If you are owning vehicle for personal purpose and furniture for personal purpose, these are not treated as the capital assets and will not be considered in capital computing capital gain. Then what transactions are not treated as a transfer? As you know that capital gain arises from the transfer of capital assets. So here some transactions are not treated as capital transfer, so such as distribution of capital assets on partition of a Hindu undivided family, or transfer of capital assets under gift or will, distribution of capital assets to shareholders on liquidation of company. These transactions are not considered as the transfer. Then some more questions. Then what is short term capital gain? What is long term capital gain? What is indexed cost of acquisition? Then what exemptions under section 54, 54b, 54f under long term capital gain, and also fair market value. So short-term capital gain means capital gain arising from the sale of short-term capital assets. That is sales price minus cost of acquisition is the capital short-term capital gain can be calculated like this. Then long-term capital gain. Long-term capital gain is a gain arising from the sale of long-term capital assets. Long-term capital gain can be calculated by applying this formula: sales proceeds minus indexed cost of acquisition and indexed cost of improvement. Then what is indexed cost of acquisition? It is the cost ascertained according to inflation index points. That is called as the indexed cost of acquisition. So indexed cost of acquisition is equal to formula cost of acquisition into indexed inflation points of year of sale divided by the cost inflation index points of year of purchase. By applying this formula, we can calculate the cost of acquisition, indexed cost of acquisition. Then exemption under section 54, 54b, 54f. 54 relates to purchase or construction of residential house by sale of residential house. The amount is a cost of new house or long-term capital gain, whichever is less is deductible, exempted. Next, 54b relates to purchase of agriculture land by sale of agriculture land. Cost of new land or long-term capital gain, whichever is less is the amount to be exempted. Next, 54f relates to purchase of residential house by sale of other then residential house, other assets than the residential house. So other than if you are selling the shares, or if you are selling the jewelry, by selling jewelry or shares, if you are purchasing a residential house, then you can claim exemption under section 54F. Then fair market value. So fair market value, it is the fair price that capital asset fetches on sale in the open market. Whatever price the capital asset fetches in the open market is called as the fair market value. These are the important questions extracted from the various university question papers relating to capital gain units. Some more, you may be asked, what is short-term capital asset or what is long-term capital asset? Short-term capital assets are relating to the period, that is a processing period. If the assets are not processed for less than, if the assets are processed for less than 36 months or 12 months, then they are treated as a short-term capital assets. So in videos, theoretical aspect, which already I discussed in the capital gain theory chapter, so you can refer further those videos in order to get the information regarding the capital gain. So these are the probable questions. Hope these questions will help you prepare for these questions. Then it will help you in answering the section A carrying 2 marks questions. So with this, I would like to conclude this video. Yaru subscribe agilo. Those who have not subscribed, kindly subscribe to my channel, and you will get updates. ನೀವು ಇದು ಬೆಲ್ ಬಟನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಒತ್ತಿರಿ, ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಅಂಕಗಳು ಬರಲಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸನ್ನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.